So here's a video on how to use an iOS device on the Moodle learning management system. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the statewide server. So I'm going to type in Moodle sw.aealearningonline.org. And I'm doing this on a phone, but the same as all these things are going to be true on an iPad as well. You'll have a larger screen, so the resolution isn't going to be the exact same, but the steps and the capabilities are the same. So we'll go ahead and log in. And on that previous screen, you'll notice I used login in the upper right. You're also able to scroll down and click on one of the buttons for your login method. Okay, now I'm in the system. I'm going to navigate to my course. In this case, we're going to navigate to a paraeducator course. And I will just go to paraeducator number 1. Notice you don't see a cursor, so right before I change screens, you'll see the button that I click on. In that case, I clicked on My Courses up at the top. And then I clicked on the course that I actually wanted to go to. Now that I'm in the course, and in this case, we're going to be in paraeducator number 1, Foundations. The first place that you come into contact with a document that you're asked to edit is in the tabs and then in assignments and tasks. Okay, so now that I'm here, you can see it says download this PDF. Now this is where you have to understand the capability of an iOS versus just a regular operating system. So because we're on an iOS, when we click to open something, it's not going to actually open it. It's not going to download the document like it would on a computer. What it's doing is it's just opening a preview of this document. Now you can tell it to download, but you just have to tell it to make that step. Whereas on a computer, it can make that step on its own. So here, when we say to download, we're going to click this button in the upper right. It's the box that has the arrow pointing up out of it. So we'd like to open up with a different application. And in this case, I'm just going to use Adobe Acrobat. It's a PDF. That's a PDF reader. Now I have the option to fill and sign this. So here it just opened up. And if I click in the spaces, I can actually fill these in. So here, and I don't know the specifics of this assignment, but let's say that would make sense. Now in this case, we would say, this is example 1. And then here, I'd probably return a few so it looks like I get to the middle of it. And then here I would say something in common. And then over on the left, again, I might move down a little bit. I would say example 2. And just to keep everything on the same page, it might be valuable to move that down so it's somewhat in line with the others. Okay, so once I get this filled out however I want, you can go in here and you can move stuff around and you get to choose how you want it to look. Let's say this is a completed assignment now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click those 3 buttons in the upper right-hand corner, and I'm going to tell it to save to my document cloud. So now this document is saved on my document cloud. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go back to the Moodle class that I'm in. So far, everything I've done, it's not unique to Moodle. This is how you operate an iOS to do things that you want it to do. So you could do this on any other site. It's not specific to Moodle here. If you wanted to use a .x, so let's say you had Microsoft Word for iOS, whether it's an iPad or a different tablet, or if it's a phone, if you have Word, you could use that Venn diagram, that docx. So now where it says Submit Assignment and Task here, we'll go ahead and click on that. This is where I'm going to actually upload an assignment. And I've already uploaded one previously, but I'm going to do a different one right here. So let's remove the old one. And I'm going to actually upload a new version of this. So this is a screen that you're not going to see because you are a student and in this master. I just see what a teacher would see there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add submission, or in this case, I'll edit my submission. And I need to get that file that I just saved on my document cloud. I need to put it in this screen. If you're on a computer, you can just drag and drop it. So you can drag and drop it right into this box. Here, though, you're going to see this button in the upper left, not of the screen, but it's just right above the drag and drop box. So you have your drag and drop box, and then you're going to see just a blank document in the upper left above the file folder. So you're going to click that one, and you're going to tell it to upload a file, and you're going to choose what file to upload. If you want, you could have drawn the Venn diagram, written out what you wanted, and here you could just take a picture of what you wrote out and submit it that way. In this case, I actually edited the document, so I'm going to hit Browse for the document. And then right here, my Venn diagram 4, I'll go ahead and upload it, and then I'll go ahead and save it. All right, so now from the student end, again, you're not going to see this end, but from the teacher end, from the teacher end, they're going to be able to edit, or they're going to be able to see my submission. So from their perspective, they'll be able to hit Venn diagram, and they'll see what I submitted. So they'll be able to throw a grade on it. Now, when a teacher's grading, they're not likely going to be grading from an iOS device. If they are, they'll have to click on the actual file to download it and look at it, and then they can put a grade in that spot right there for you. If they're doing it from a computer, they can have a grading screen open next to the file screen, and because of how you submitted it, they'll see that file that was submitted. So that's the way to use an iOS with submitting files on the statewide Moodle server. This isn't unique to Moodle, like I said. This is how you operate with getting iOS or other tablet or mobile devices to do things that typically desktop computers or laptop computers are doing, editing PDFs and things of the like. If you have questions, as always, you can shoot me an email, cmohr@aealearningonline.org. Thanks.